I'm gonna try to make this video one more time. This is gonna be the third time. The other two got taken down. Right here where I live, I went over to my buddy Vic's house. It was in Arcadia. We had a massive UFO sighting. This was not that long ago, so I was already been through it all. I just laughed when I seen it. I was at the gas station in Arcadia by Walmart, which is in the middle state of Florida. So if you observed a rocket launch from where I was at, you would have to face west, okay? I was pumping gas facing east. Or I'm sorry, the opposite way. If you wanted to see the rocket launch from where I was at, you'd have to look east, okay? I was pumping gas facing west, towards the Gulf of Mexico, pumping gas. So the only possible way I would have been able to see the rocket launch is if I turned around, okay? I look up, and sure enough, right in Myakka, where all this crazy stuff has happened to me. UFO flew over my truck. Guess what? UFO coming from, it's going south. Comes right through. It had to been coming right through Myakka. Because from where I was looking in the distance, it had to been right there. It's literally Arcadia, Myakka, then Bradenton, Gulf of Mexico. Okay? So it goes on down and around. I go over to my buddy Vic's house. By the time I get there, I'm on Facebook, and Facebook has now blew up with UFO reports, videos, pictures, and I'm reading these comments and looking at all this stuff, and it came in from Lettuce Lake, which is north of Tampa. So it came from the Gulf of Mexico, came in north of Tampa, and then it looped around the middle of the state, came south through Myakka, and then looped back out and went back out into the Gulf of Mexico through Port Charlotte. Here's the kicker. The next day I was over there that night I went to Vic's house and I was showing him, and he was like, oh my God, this shit's crazy. And I was like, see, I told you, man. Like, I told you, it's for real. And he's looking at all these videos with me, going through all the posts, and he's blown away. I've already been there, done that. But I was blown away that I was actually seeing it like explode on Facebook for the first time. I was like, this is awesome. So the next day, my old lady, we're laying in bed. She don't like talking about this stuff because she knows everything I've been through with it. Like, she doesn't even want to discuss it. So the next night, we're laying in bed, and she looks over at me and she says, I don't want to tell you this, but me and Callie seen a UFO last night. And I just laughed. I said, oh, you did, huh? She's like, yeah, and I got video of it. Almost pretty much flew over the truck. It was like right there, 2 blocks down. And I was like, yeah? I said, that's funny, because I seen it too. Come right through Myakka. Me and Vic were checking it. I said, look. I said, check this out. I said, you should see all the posts on Facebook. It's the very next day. I get on there. I'm like, wait a minute. What's this shit at? Scroll. Nothing. Everything deleted. That was a huge turning point for her. I was like, I'm serious. Like, I was last night. All these videos, all these posts. There was so much that it gave me the exact trajectory of this thing. The guy said multiple people. It came right in, flew right over Lettuce Lake, north of Tampa. It literally made a hook north of Tampa, middle of the state, hooked back around, went right out Port Charlotte. Just so happened it just almost flew right over my old lady in the truck with her daughter. This really happened. Very next day, everything, hundreds of posts, backed with videos, pictures, just blew up. All of it gone. You know what was left? Just a few comments with no pictures, and then the news posting on there saying, it's all right, guys, It was just SpaceX. That's what was left. And that very next day, it was on the news. Oh, everybody thought they seen a UFO. Don't worry, guys, it was just SpaceX. Watched it unfold in real time. I'm just saying. You ain't gotta believe me, but I'll tell you right now, I ain't lying to you. I'm not. And everyone in my life, the ones that are still here, they all are the same way. Thought I was crazy. What the fuck's wrong with this guy? A little bit of time. Yeah. Tables start to turn. Just saying. True story. Oh, and while we're at it, you might want to follow me because I've got way more content coming. Like, I started this whole thing with When Stars Fly because I wanted to tell my story and get it out there to the world. And then I went through a lot of shit, a lot of trauma in my life. And I ended up starting Tic-tacos. I was in a good spot in my life, and that was me. Tic-tacos is me. It's what's left of me. That's Tic-tacos, what you see. When I'm laughing and joking, that's who I used to be. And there's still parts left. When Stars Fly was born because I was just like, you know what? People deserve to know this. So I'm going to give it to them. And then I ended up going back and forth, and I just brought everything over to Tic-tacos channel. I haven't been really posting on the other one. So I've got so many stories, so much stuff that you guys are going to want to know. So I'm just saying, might want to follow because it's hours and hours and hours. It just half the stuff I've forgotten, I just remembered again. I'm like, oh yeah, let me post about that. So just saying.